بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب زدني علما.
Okay, the next thing I'll give an idea on preparation. Basically, if you're preparing for the exams, and this is something you'll be doing after finishing the course. So when you're done with your course, probably you will be going with preparation. So probably you need to follow the same methodology for any certification exams. Of course, for CCNA lab, it will be totally different. But here, the prerequisite for all these things, make sure that you do these steps. So this is something we expect you to do. So initially, you need to understand the core technology concepts, because the questions will be more tricky, where you may see, if you have a slight doubt in the concepts, that will not help you again. So make sure that you understand the core technology, how it works, and ensure that you already implemented those labs and you have verified some of the outputs, and maybe you have done some troubleshooting scenarios, or you did some troubleshooting scenarios based on the lab workbooks. Like if you're following my workbooks, or if you're downloading some of the labs from internet, whatever the labs, so make sure that you do this. Of course, the different training resources, maybe you have used our training videos, or maybe you have done some online or classroom trainings from somewhere. Okay, and probably the best use of simulation tools like in the CCNA packet tracer is always a good option for implementing and understanding the technologies, probably using some Cisco lab workbooks for practicals. And if you want, you can read some Cisco press books or other resources online present. So there are different options. So basically, this is something you will be doing during the course when you are doing. So this is something you have to do. And once you are good with this, now this is going to help you to understand the concepts, probably follow the concepts, and also this will help you to implement as well as verify some of the configurations. So, but again, when you are going for exams, or when you're going for any interviews as well, let's say I'm just add this one as well, because parallelly when you are preparing for the examination, you're also preparing for your technical interviews also. Because when you're facing interviews, you will be facing some kind of tricky questions, and almost all those kind of questions you'll find here as well. So where you need to answer them, where you'll be given some kind of scenario-based questions, where you need to understand the scenario and answer the question. It looks like, you have 4 options, you have to select one, but at the end, all the 4 options may look similar, near to the correct ones. They will be looking near to the correct ones. Okay, so preparation goes something like you need to prepare on some of these exam preparation questions, either topic wise or individual. Better you prepare topic wise. Like let's say you are preparing some questions on subnetting, probably you can spend a couple of days on completing the subnetting, so that if you have any doubts in that specific concept, you can go back to any of these resources, whatever you have, you can go back and revise that concepts and come back again for preparation. Okay, so if you find any doubts while doing some labs, maybe there is a simulation, or there are some questions based on some scenario configuration based, probably you can go and implement and verify and come back. Okay, so you can always get back to these resources, probably. Of course, this is not required, but selected topics you can revise by using videos or using some other references. Okay, so you need to prepare the exam preparation questions. Probably read the questions multiple times, topic wise. The multiple times means normally I suggest, when I did my CCNA preparation very long back. So probably you generally go through with the questions. Let's say on a specific topic, let's say on the basic networking questions, we have, let's say 10 questions or 15 questions. And basically you just go through with those questions, and then probably the next day or the same day itself, revise these questions a couple of times so that you can remember the answers perfectly. Because this will help you, especially in managing your time, because in the examination you will have only 90 minutes of time, which means when you're reading the question, probably by reading the question or the scenario, you have to figure out the answer as quick as you can. And that this practice will help you that. Okay, because even if you understand the question one time and you say, okay, I understand this, But if the question is slightly tweaked, then maybe you may end up getting into a wrong answer. So you need to know all those options. So it's better like you revise these questions, and also simulations you practice, because simulates are the lab exam questions, practical exam questions that carry more points. So basically the labs, you're not supposed to miss those more points questions, because they carry more points, because the passing percentage is very very near 82 to 83%, probably 82.5%, sort of 100%. So you cannot take the chance normally, and of course it is more than $300 for what you're paying for the exam. And again, do the preparation. This preparation, it depends upon how many hours you spend, probably. Again, if you have enough time, let's say if you are not working, and if you can spend 4 to 5 hours or 6 hours probably per day, or more than that, you can be ready for the exam preparation in the next 15 days normally. So again, the duration, I'm not saying exact, it may vary based on individuals as well, the level of concentration. There are many things, every individual is not the same, but I'm just giving a rough figure here. So again, if you're spending a little bit more lesser number of hours, if you're working, then probably this will go around 30 days or more than that. It depends upon how much time you spend on this. But minimum, even if you're working, I suggest you to spend one day, one topic, at least topic questions, so that if you have 20 different topics, so you can finish in the next 20 days. Repeat the questions. Morning, if you are reading these questions, I recommend you to again revise the questions before you go to bed, probably on the same day itself, or at least the next day before the same time. So that will help you to memorize these questions and understand, and you can ensure that you remember the questions and the answers normally. So it's not like memorizing, I'm saying. At the same time, you need to understand the questions technically. At the same time, you also little bit memorize the options as well. Okay, so just for the time management, but normally for the interviews, that's not required. And once you feel that you are ready for the exam, you have done your preparation, let's say maybe 90% or you're near to this, probably you can register your exam probably around 1 week time, maybe in the next 5 to 7 days. Book your slot. Either you can book your slot by going to the Pearson VUE website, and you can register by creating an account, by entering your Cisco credentials or whatever the credentials are required. Or you can just simply visit the nearby center and contact the guys over there, and you can ask them to book the exam. And you can pay there, and you can register for the exam directly, like we do here in India. That's something you can do. You can still do that. But let's say if the center is very far from your location, so probably you don't want to spend one day on just visiting and registering for the exam, you can still do it online, and you can talk over the phone and ensure that you register the exam. But once you're prepared, probably the next 3-4 days, whatever the time you have, this can be used for revising whatever you have prepared.